Hello, my name is Scuria-Herman, and today I will be speaking on the topic of seasonal depression. Now, as you might be able to tell, this video was originally going to be about Hanukkah, and I was thinking of scripting this to be about Hanukkah, but I already covered some of my thoughts on Hanukkah in my video on the topic of turning 21, because I've been meaning to make a video on Hanukkah by itself for a while now, because it is very meaningful for me. But as I thought about it, as we're going into this season, it's really become intertwined with this other thing, with seasonal depression. Hanukkah, I am Jewish. I wasn't raised, fully Jewish, if that makes sense. But Hanukkah has always been a thing that I've celebrated since I could speak, I think. And it's been very important to me. And it's probably my favorite holiday, if I had to pick. Except in my video on the topic of 21, I talked about how I don't really get to celebrate it anymore. Because the thing that I loved most about Hanukkah was being able to celebrate it with my father. And that's simply not something I can do anymore. There's that whole thing about how your parents, you spend 90% of the time you're going to spend with your parents before 18. And yeah, I think that that's pretty accurate, but I don't really think that that's out of choice. I don't think it is choice for anyone, but if I could choose, I'd spend more time with my father. But I think my father doesn't want to spend more time with me. And I think that that's... I don't know. It's kind of hurtful. Because I love the holiday, and I love celebrating it with my father. And I think without my father, it isn't the same. Because I could say the prayers, I could light the candles if I had candles to light. But I can't really... It's not the same. It's really not the same. And the thing I loved most about Hanukkah was doing it with my father. And that's just not something I have the ability to do anymore. I still love the holiday. I love the story of it. I love everything about it. But it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Originally, when I was going to script this video, I was going to make a whole thing about Hanukkah versus Christmas, because I celebrated both growing up, because half of my family is technically Christian, and then the other half, the few that are remaining, not the statistical half, but the genealogical half, is Jewish. So that's why I celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas, and I was going to talk about both of those because I did make on the topic of Christmas before, and I have made other Christmas themed videos. To me, Christmas has always been more secular. And I think I talked about this on the topic of Christmas, but the whole thing about Santa Claus, it was less of a Christian thing to me and more just a general time for comfort and joy and gratitude and generosity rather than piousness. But I think Hanukkah has always had that sort of reverence to me, but has also had the sense of familial ties, of ability to connect with my family, with my father. That's what Hanukkah has really always meant to me. But I should get into the other half of the video, the seasonal depression. As I said in the topic of 21, and the topic of turning 21 rather, because I don't know much about 21 yet. It hasn't even been a full month of me being 21, and I haven't drank anything, and nor do I plan to, as I mentioned on topic of 21. So do I really know what being 21 is? But this season always makes me very depressed. Because what used to be my favorite time of the year, from going from Halloween to Thanksgiving to my birthday to Hanukkah to Christmas to New Year's, all these things back to back to back, that used to bring me joy, save Thanksgiving. All these things that I am just so disconnected from because I just don't have any way to celebrate it by my lonesome. And I think I don't think it's necessarily the change of the season, because I love the season, I love the weather. Because whenever I bring up to any medical professional that I have seasonal depression, they're like, oh, well, you should go out more. It's just the change of the weather. I really don't think it is. I think it's the holidays. I think that I love the weather. I think that I wait every year for this weather to come. And then it comes along with these holidays that I love, but it's like I'm barred from celebrating. You could tell that outside it's been dark, and it's been dark for the last few videos. I've been trying to film earlier and earlier, but it's hard for me to get out of bed in the morning. It's also why my bed isn't made. And part of it has to do with the sun going down earlier, because everybody would point to seasonal depression being that. But part of it has to do with just an intense lack of forward momentum in my life, because my life always stalls out now during these few months, and it just brings about this intense wave of pain and malaise. The last few years, especially because I made a video on the topic of finals week, I struggle with finals because of this, because I lose my drive, I lose my ability to keep working, because of just the season, because of the holiday season, not because of the change of weather. I just get really depressed. My depression is really hard to deal with on a normal basis, and this season always makes it worse. And I always just feel so disconnected from everything. I think part of it has to do with the fact that I'm not going to classes during this month or two. And I just feel such a lack of ability to do anything. I'm really just hurting. And there's not really anything I can do about it. Because I love this holiday. And I want to celebrate this holiday, but I can't celebrate this holiday because I have nobody to celebrate the holiday with. If you think about it, Christmas is only so fun if you're just alone in a room by yourself singing Christmas carols. If I'm so shut off and disconnected from everything, can I really enjoy Hanukkah? I don't know. I would say no, because I really can't right now. But I still love the holiday. I'm filming this on the last day of Hanukkah. I don't believe it'll go up on the last day of Hanukkah, because again, it takes a lot for me to do anything these days. But hopefully, what I'm hoping is that this video will provide a sort of like benchmark for me to go forward and to work on the things I need to work on to work on my thesis and get more pages out and do all these things that I need to do that I promised to do. Because I need to, but it's just really hard pushing through how I feel. I am my own worst enemy in every sense of the word. I am the antagonist to my own story. And I love this holiday, I love this weather, I love my work, I love life, but it's hard to love those things when I feel like this. Happy Hanukkah. That's all I have to say about this. Yeah. For any of you who celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you have a happy Hanukkah as well. and a Merry Christmas to those who celebrate that, because that's coming up as well. And to those who celebrate neither, happy holidays in general, or happy winter season. But that's going to be all for me. So until next time, adieu.